Yo, what's going on, y'all? BT coming back as always with the realness, the hotness, and the true words of always. Looking at my phone, I decided I had some videos that I wanted to post. I'm going to do them probably in one video because it's just something in my mind I've been thinking about. The topics, I'm going to go ahead and look at it while I'm saying it so I don't sit here and confuse myself. Is it better to be a groupie or to be a loner / individual? The panic when feeling loss of control. And like I said, I'm putting these topics up here, but I'm going to go into more detail as to what I mean. And also stepping on toes. The first one I'm going to do is, of course, which is better? Is it better to be the groupie with all your, as a female, from the female aspect, being with all your girls, and hanging with your crew and your entourage or whatever when y'all rolling in the club? Or is it better to roll solo and just do you and keep it moving? A lot of people who know me know my association with people is very limited. I had a friendship that lasted for a while. Of course, that died out due to my ignorance. And I will admit that now for the record. I know it's been like back and forth about who messed up what and how things went down. But point blank, it was my fault, my loss, my screw up. But you can't go back and change nothing. Because honestly, if I hate to be cocky about it, nothing would have changed the way things went down whatsoever. So, look back, but still walk in the opposite and just keep moving forward. A lot of times when you're by yourself, you have a tendency to just be like, you stick out amongst other people because nobody understands, like, well, why you don't have nobody with you, or why you not around so many people. Anybody that knows me knows I'm all about my space. I'm all about my privacy. I'm all about my lonesomeness sometimes. Where it's like, yeah, I love to have company around. I love to kick it with people. But it's like, kick it with me for a minute, then keep that shit moving. Because sometimes the people that's around you really don't need to be around you because they wasting your time, they wasting your effort. And the investment you place towards them is not worth it. Now, don't get me wrong. If you got a group of people that you kick it with and people that you cool with and y'all hang out and y'all club and y'all mingle and all that, then it's fine. It only becomes a problem if it's too much, I guess how I'm looking at it, if too much salt is thrown in the game. And when I say that, I mean it in the sense that if, and dare I say it, this doesn't happen often with guys, but it does. When, everybody in the group, y'all cool, and somebody in the group decide, oh, let me go ahead and hook up with this girl. And it seemed like, you and the girl, y'all having y'all good time, but dudes that you kick it with, not only are they trying to be cool with you, but they trying to have their little hidden agenda and come, and spit game at old girl. When it's like, it shouldn't be that way. But it always is panned out, and a lot of times that splits and breaks relationships and friendships off on so many levels. So, I mean, it's really not a personal preference of what's right or what's wrong. It's all in what what type of person you are. I'm not a needy person. I'm not a people person like talking about it. There are little things that I need to feel like I'm going to be okay, but I don't need it from a whole group of people. Like, if I'm around 3 or 4 people, I'm good. If I'm around 2 people, I'm fine. Most of the time when I'm here, I'm straight because it's just me. Like I said, and I've talked about it over and over, as long as I got my 360 and my internet working, I'm going to be alright. So that's just me tooting my horn and just doing what I do best. But that, everybody has their own choice. Next up, panicking when feeling loss of control. I'm doing this in part because I've listened to a lot of people rant and rave about a lot of things, along with the fact that when everything in your life seems to be going the way that you want it to, you just go through life and you hover and just everything's good. You want better, but you deal with what it is. But when things just seem at a loss and you really don't know what's going on or how bad it can get, it stresses you out and you pretty much panic because what you want control of, you feel like you don't have control of. And I've had some back and forth with a few of my friends about, I take control of my life or I have control of my life. Your life is in your control. I will give you that. And I'm not going to do the religious throw and saying it's in God's hands because it is in so many ways. But what it's about is your life is going to be lived as it's lived. You're going to do the things that your life consists of you doing. Whether those things are good things or bad things is totally your call. Sometimes we get so bent out of shape stressing and worrying about, well, this person's gonna say this, or this person's gonna do that, or I want control of this, or I want, things that just aren't worth worrying about in life. Because there's a lot more that we can deal with and take control of, like trying to better ourselves, trying to get a decent job, or anything, getting a better place for ourselves, a place for our, for your setup, for your relationship, whatever. So just look at that, take that into account, and look at it for what it's worth. My last topic that I mentioned, I'm sorry I'm looking at this, but I gotta be sure, is the stepping on toes. Doing these videos, writing my video, writing my blogs, expressing myself about a lot of things. It's a tendency that you try to write or you try to say things without hurting people's feelings. But let's get something clear. Whether you say those things or not, it's not going to matter, because when it comes down to it, people are going to feel the way they feel about it no matter what. And you just kind of got to roll with it and do you. I don't really let that bother me, because I know what I'm all about and what it all means. So, when it's even down to the infamous status changes on MySpace and on Facebook. The minute you change it, or the minute you put something, it's going to draw questions. Like, people get worried, or people will laugh at it. Like, right now, I'm not going to lie, I'm doing the whole thing about Pac-Man and Shaq, because it's kind of funny, yet it's kind of stupid, because it's showing you how sick this world has gotten. Because one of my friends just asked me a question about saying, wondering if I'm sick. No, I'm not sick, but the world we live in is sick. It's sick how crazy the things are we sit and worry about and go through. Because, like Shaq did his thing, and he, it's going to be assumed he stepped on toes. But yeah, he said some things that seems as if he stepped on toes, but he was being Shaq. Like, when you are yourself and you do what you like to do, people don't understand that, and they seem to spend time analyzing and wondering, like, well, what's wrong, what's going on, what you got going on, what's happening in your world, when a lot of times it's not all that serious. Like, it can be taken or portrayed that, yeah, he went to the whole divorce thing, and I'm going back to it again, but all I'm saying is that it's just odd how extreme certain things get sometimes. But man, these videos are getting crazy. And I'm sitting here like really doing this live because I'm just thinking about a lot of stuff at one time, as always. But you know how I do. I'm going to keep doing videos. I'm going to keep showing y'all love. Y'all keep showing me love. If you have subscribed, fine. If you haven't, by all means, at least drop by and leave comments. I always do post videos at least every day, if not every other day. I'm not sure if I have it shared or not, but my 360 is en route. It's currently in Texas, planning to come back by Friday. So we can just see what happens with that. And before I go, I'm going to leave y'all with a few questions to probably think on. Those of y'all that keep up with sports, check these out and see what you think. Who's the best at the 5 positions in the NBA? That's point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center. I'm going to give you my opinions, but I want yours first. So y'all tell me what y'all thinking. Be easy, hold it down, and you know how we do. Because I'm throwing it up all over across the place. All right? Peace.